No matter how your yesterday felt, my dear, this morning is a brand new universe placed gently in the palms of your hands. I want you to feel that with me. Not just hear it, feel it. Every sunrise is life whispering, here, try again. Here, begin again. Here, choose again. And you know, I've always believed mornings carry a certain kind of magic, the kind that lifts you before the world has the chance to pull you down. This moment, right now, before the noise, before the rush, before the demands of the day, this is where your power lives. So breathe with me, softly, lovingly, like you are welcoming yourself home. Today is not an ordinary day. Today is a sacred gift, a doorway, a fresh page. And I want you to listen to this every morning for 30 days because repetition rewires you. Repetition softens you. Repetition teaches your heart a new language. And the language we are learning together is the language of love. Today, you begin in love. You see, my love, mornings are invitations. Invitations to decide who you want to be. Invitations to choose which energies you will carry. Invitations to step into your highest, brightest, most loving self. And I always tell people, your morning is the seed of your entire day. Plant it with intention. Plant it with gentleness. Plant it with love. When you open your eyes and whisper, thank you, the whole day aligns differently. When you say, today is a new day, your spirit rises. When you say, I begin it with love and joy, your heart opens, and an open heart becomes a magnet for beautiful experiences. This is why gratitude is not just a spiritual practice, it is a practical one. Gratitude trains your eyes to see abundance instead of lack. It trains your mind to expect blessings instead of problems. It trains your heart to stay soft instead of closing from fear. Even the smallest things, your breath, your warm bed, the light coming through the window, these are miracles. They are reminders that life is already loving you. I want you to notice how different your body feels when you move from gratitude instead of pressure. When you say, thank you for this breath, your nervous system relaxes. When you say, thank you for this morning, your muscles soften. When you say, thank you for my life, your heart glows. Gratitude is not a thought, it is a vibration. And when you vibrate with gratitude, life vibrates back. Remember what I always say, life is very simple. What we give out, we get back. So give out gratitude, and life hands you more reasons to be grateful. Give out love, and love finds you everywhere. Give out joy, and joy begins to bloom in even the unexpected corners of your day. Now, let's talk about the tendency so many of us have every morning, the need to control everything. Oh, how exhausting that is, how heavy that feels, how tiring it becomes to wake up and immediately carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. My love, you were not meant to manage the universe. You were meant to trust the universe. You were meant to walk with life, not drag it behind you. Mornings are the perfect time to remember you do not need to fix everything. You do not need to solve everything. You do not need to understand everything. You only need to allow. Allow the day to unfold. Allow ideas to come. Allow clarity to rise. Allow solutions to find you. When you stop trying to control every detail, you open the door for the universe to help you in ways you never imagined. I have said this for so many years. Don't control, allow. And the people who learn this truly learn it, become lighter, calmer, more magnetic. Let me ask you gently, how would your day change if you started it with trust instead of tension? How would your morning feel if your first thought wasn't stress, but softness? What if your first intention was not, I must do everything, but rather, life will guide me, I only need to listen? That shift, that tiny shift, can transform everything. Because trust is a frequency, trust is a signal, trust is a prayer. And when you send out the signal of trust, the universe responds with alignment. So this morning, I invite you into a new way of being. Place your hand on your heart, breathe in gently, and whisper, life loves me. Whisper, I am guided. Whisper, I am supported in ways I cannot yet see. Feel how your heart softens when you say that. Feel how your body opens. Feel how the heaviness dissolves. You don't need to know the entire path. You only need to trust the next step. And the next step always comes. It always appears, sometimes quietly, sometimes brightly, sometimes unexpectedly, but it always shows up. Because life is not working against you, life is working for you. And here's the beautiful truth I want you to carry into every morning. You experience love wherever you go, when you choose to carry love wherever you go. Love is not waiting for you on the outside. Love begins inside you. You take your consciousness with you. You take your energy with you. You take your thoughts with you, and the world mirrors what you bring. If you bring openness, the world opens. If you bring warmth, the world warms. If you bring love, love greets you everywhere. This is why morning is such a powerful time. Because the first energy you choose becomes the energy that shapes your entire day. So as you move through this morning, talk to yourself the way you would talk to someone you dearly cherish. Say, I am safe today. Say, I deserve beautiful experiences today. Say, I am open to love today. Talk gently, talk kindly, talk lovingly. Your cells hear your words. Your heart feels your tone. Your subconscious mind receives every message you send. And when you begin your day with loving messages, life becomes softer. The world becomes friendlier. People seem kinder. Opportunities appear more easily. Blessings flow more naturally. And I want you to know this. Life is always listening. Every morning is your chance to speak the language of love. Every morning is an opportunity to choose the energy you will give. Every morning is a powerful moment to say to life, I am ready for joy. I am ready for peace. I am ready for love. And when you say that, truly say it, the universe rearranges itself to meet you in that vibration. My dear, I want this practice to become your morning ritual, a ritual of love, a ritual of softness, a ritual of remembering who you are. Listen to this for 30 days, and I promise you something beautiful will begin to shift. You will walk differently, you will think differently, you will attract differently, because you will be living from the vibration of love, and love changes everything. Today is a sacred gift. I begin it with love and joy. I experience love wherever I go. Life loves me, and I love life. Carry these words with you, and let them shape your day. Let them shape your heart. Let them shape your life. And remember, my dear, this is only the beginning. Let me start by telling you something tender, something real from my own journey. The first time I ever whispered an I am affirmation to myself, I didn't believe a single word of it, not even one. I remember standing in front of the mirror, looking into the eyes of a woman who had survived so much, a woman who carried old stories in her bones, a woman who wanted to move forward but didn't quite know how. I looked at her, and with a shaky breath I said, I am worthy. And my mind screamed, no, you're not. I said, I am loved. And the old pain whispered, not really. I said, I am safe. And my memories argued, you never were. But I kept going, not because I felt strong, but because I felt the tiniest spark of willingness. And that willingness, the willingness to speak a new truth, became the doorway through which healing entered. That's why I teach affirmations the way a gardener teaches about seeds. You don't plant a seed because the ground is perfect. You plant it because you are ready for the possibility of a garden. And every I am statement holds that possibility. Every I am is a seed of the future you desire. Every I am is a thread weaving you back into wholeness. Every I am is a quiet act of self-respect that grows louder with time. So let us talk about this beautiful practice of shaping your morning with intention. Your morning is not just the beginning of a day, it is the beginning of who you choose to be. And your I am statements are the instructions you give to life. They tell your mind what to build. They tell your body how to respond. They tell your energy how to rise. And so when you say, today, no person, place, or thing can irritate or annoy me, I choose to be at peace. You are not describing your environment. You are describing your identity. You are saying, I will not hand my serenity to the first inconvenience that happens. I will not abandon myself just because someone else forgot how to be kind. Peace begins as a choice, long before it becomes a habit. When you begin your morning with peace, your day unfolds through a calmer lens. You hear differently, you react differently, you love differently, and life responds differently. When you say, I welcome miracles into my life, you are giving permission for good things to arrive even when you don't know how they'll get to you. You are saying, I am open, I am receptive, I will not block my blessings with fear. Miracles don't always appear as fireworks. Sometimes they come as clarity, as a gentle shift, as a small door opening where you thought there was only a wall. But they notice you when you are willing to notice them back. When you say, I experience love wherever I go, you are agreeing to look at the world through softer eyes. You are inviting tenderness into the way you walk, the way you speak, the way you receive. I have lived long enough to know this. When you carry love, you see love. And when you see love, you create more of it just by existing. When you say, I release all drama from my life, you are not declaring war on other people. You are declaring peace within yourself. You are saying, I will not participate in my own suffering today. And when you say, I spend time with positive, energetic people, you are reminding yourself that you deserve environments that nourish you, conversations that uplift you, connections that feel gentle and safe. Every I am is a direction you give your life, and your life listens. Now, let me tell you why this matters so deeply. Words are not sounds, they are vibrations. They shape your chemistry, your emotions, your expectations. They signal your subconscious. When you speak I am, you are speaking to every part of yourself that has ever hurt, every part that has ever doubted, every part that has ever longed for healing. You are saying, come home, it's safe now. That is the power of I am affirmations. They are not magic spells, they are invitations to return to your truth. They are declarations that remind you who you really are, beneath the fear, beneath the noise, beneath the old conditioning. You are not broken, you are becoming. And now, my dear, let us move into one of my favorite truths, the affirmation, I experience love wherever I go. I have said that sentence in rooms with thousands of people, and I've said it alone in my living room when I felt fragile. And it always brings a shift, always. Because love is not something you search for, love is something you carry. When your heart radiates softness, the world mirrors that softness back to you. When you walk with compassion, compassion finds its way to your door. When you choose to see kindness, kindness begins to recognize you. I remember once sitting in a cafe, watching a young woman who looked so burdened, shoulders heavy, eyes tired, breath shallow, and suddenly, an older woman at the next table smiled at her with the gentlest expression, as if saying, "Honey, you're doing the best you can." And the young woman placed her hand on her heart and exhaled, as though that smile had lifted 10 years of weight from her soul. That is love at work. That is love traveling through the world on its own 2 feet. That is love saying, I am here. I am everywhere. I am always looking for a place to land. When you carry love within you, you give others permission to soften just by being near you. Love shows up in so many forms, in the cashier who remembers your order, in the stranger who holds the door a little longer, in the text message that arrives at the exact moment you needed comfort. And yes, sometimes love appears in the lessons, to the uncomfortable moments that redirect your path, the endings that make space for beginnings, the challenges that strengthen your inner light. Love is not always gentle, but it is always healing, always. So when you affirm, I experience love wherever I go, you are choosing to walk into your day as a magnet for goodness. You become someone who notices beauty in ordinary moments, someone who forgives quickly, someone who sees blessings where others see inconvenience, someone who trusts that life is shaping itself beautifully around them. And life responds by giving you more things to appreciate, more warmth to receive, more kindness to exchange. My dear, You are not meant to move through the world bracing for pain. You are meant to move through the world available for joy. You are meant to be softened by presence, not hardened by fear. You are meant to shine, not shrink. And the moment you choose to carry love, life becomes a companion instead of a challenge. Because here is the secret: you do not attract what you chase. You attract what you embody. If you embody worry, everything feels uncertain. If you embody gratitude, everything feels abundant. If you embody love, everything feels connected. So let us claim this day with intention. Let us speak gently to our hearts. Let us nourish ourselves with kindness before we give anything to the world. Let us begin the morning not with fear, but with devotion to our highest self. Say it with me softly. I am open to a beautiful day. I am ready for good things. I am worthy of every blessing coming my way. I experience love wherever I go. Let this be the frequency you walk with. Let this be the song your heart hums. Let this be the energy that sets your life in motion today. And remember, my dear one, love is not rare. It is not scarce. It is not hiding from you. It is already here, inside you, around you, flowing through every moment that is waiting to meet you. When you choose to see love, you choose to see life. And when you choose to see life, you choose to see possibility. You deserve a morning filled with grace. You deserve a day filled with ease. You deserve a life filled with miracles. And it all begins with the words you speak to yourself. Now take a breath, place your hand on your heart, and whisper it one more time, not as a wish, but as your truth. I experience love wherever I go. And love, in all its forms, begins to experience you too. Imagine this with me for a moment, my dear one. You wake up in the morning and, before your mind remembers the old stories, the old worries, the old patterns, there is a small window, a quiet, glimmering moment where your soul whispers, "Today can be different." I want you to step into that moment with me right now. Let's enter together. Let's imagine a morning that doesn't start with tension or rushing or thinking of what might go wrong, but a morning that begins with softness, a morning that begins with peace, a morning that begins with the gentle knowing that you are safe, you are loved, and you are supported by life itself. And from this place, I want to speak to you about something deeply important: letting go of drama, surrounding yourself with good people, and opening your heart so wide that miracles can find you easily, naturally, joyfully. Drama, my dear, is the silent thief of joy. It sneaks in quietly through an overactive mind, through old emotional wounds, through conversations that drain instead of nourish. Drama is not just conflict. Drama is mental noise. Drama is the unnecessary storyline you repeat to yourself when you're tired. Drama is the fear you rehearse long before anything has even happened. Drama is the tension you carry in your shoulders, the tightness in your breath, the worry that keeps looping even when nothing is wrong. And oh, how much energy it consumes, energy that could be used to create, to love, to rest, to rise. You were not born to live in that storm. You were not born to carry everyone's chaos on your back. You were not born to fix what does not belong to you. You were born for peace. You were born for clarity. You were born for a life that feels gentle on your nervous system and kind to your heart. Releasing drama is not avoidance. It is alignment. It is saying, I choose what nourishes me. I choose what supports me. I choose what allows me to breathe again. And when you choose peace, something beautiful happens. Your mind becomes spacious. Your heart becomes soft. Your day becomes lighter. Your steps become slower, calmer, more intentional. And suddenly you realize peace was never far away. Peace was simply waiting for you to make space for it. Drama dissolves when you stop feeding it. Drama fades when you stop rehearsing it. Drama disappears when you choose a different path, the path of stillness, of groundedness, of gentle inner authority. I want you to hear me clearly. You do not need chaos to feel alive. You do not need conflict to feel significant. You do not need noise to feel connected. Peace itself can be thrilling. Peace itself can be powerful. Peace itself can be the foundation of your strength. When you release drama, you release the weight that was never yours to carry. You return home to yourself, and life meets you there with open arms. And as you return home to yourself, something else becomes clear. The people you surround yourself with are shaping your emotional climate every day. You are absorbing their beliefs, their moods, their fears, their energy, often without realizing it. You deserve to be around people who help you breathe easier, people who speak hope, not fear, people who encourage your growth, not resent it, people who celebrate your evolution instead of clinging to the version of you that no longer exists. You are not meant to match every frequency. You are meant to honor your own. Let me tell you something gently, lovingly, honestly. You do not need to force connection with those who drain you. You do not need to explain yourself to those who refuse to understand you. You do not need to stay where your spirit feels small. Your heart deserves environments where it can unfold, not environments where it must constantly protect itself. Your energy becomes brighter around people who lift you. Your dreams become clearer around people who believe in possibilities. Your self-love becomes stronger around those who see your worth, even on days you forget it. And the most beautiful part? When you surround yourself with uplifting souls, you begin to rise naturally. You rise simply by being in their presence. You rise through resonance. You rise because light always amplifies light. You don't need a crowd, my dear. You need alignment. You need warmth. You need truth. You need friendship that feels like sunlight, soft, warm, and steady. The people who belong in your life will not require you to shrink. They will not silence your spirit. They will not punish your growth. They will walk with you, grow with you, rise with you. And the more you choose these people, the easier your path becomes. And as your path becomes easier, something magical begins to open inside you, the heart that welcomes miracles. Miracles are not rare. Miracles are not reserved for a chosen few. Miracles are simply the natural outcome of a heart that is open. And a heart becomes open when it is not exhausted, when it is not afraid, when it is not tangled in drama, when it is supported by people who love it, when it remembers its place in the universe. A heart that is open is a heart that says, "Life, I am ready." And the moment you say, "I am ready," life begins rearranging itself on your behalf. Miracles flow where there is space. Miracles arrive where there is trust. Miracles appear when you stop insisting life must make sense and simply allow life to make magic. And this is the truth I want the world to remember. Miracles are not extraordinary. They are your birthright. They come in small ways. The perfect phrase you needed to hear, a stranger's kindness, a solution that shows up out of nowhere, a door opening when you thought everything was closed. And they come in big ways, opportunities, breakthroughs, healing, revelations, divine alignment. But the heart must be open. And the heart opens when you stop living in fear, when you stop expecting disappointment, when you stop assuming the worst, when you stop carrying narratives that don't match your new self. A miracle is simply the universe saying, "Thank you for trusting me." When you trust life, life responds with generosity. When you trust life, life responds with synchronicity. When you trust life, life responds with blessings you didn't even know how to ask for. So let me guide you gently into this morning. Imagine your heart as a doorway. With every exhale, the doorway opens wider. With every inhale, light enters. With every moment of stillness, you signal to the universe, "I am here. I am ready. I am available for good things." You don't chase miracles, you welcome them. You don't beg for blessings, you allow them. You don't force outcomes, you open your energy to receive. And when the heart opens, everything changes. Your day changes. Your mood changes. Your expectations change. You begin to see love everywhere in the sky, in the traffic, in the laughter of strangers, in your own reflection. You begin to feel guided. You begin to feel supported. You begin to feel that life is not happening to you, but for you. You begin to realize that every morning is another invitation. An invitation to choose peace, to choose love, to choose alignment, to choose the energy that creates the miracles you seek. Drama closes the heart. Uplifting people nourish the heart. An open heart magnetizes miracles. And you